to our Path of Exile playthrough. So, I mentioned last time we're going to go ahead and actually swap up the build. We're going to go ahead and be able to actually sustain our flicker strikes now with this sword. So I recently purchased this. It costed me 7 chaos. You can get them from 1 chaos. However, I wanted to have a high base crit chance and 5 sockets. You can get them for a lot cheaper if you just kind of spend more time looking around. You can get them for sometimes around 5 or 3. But at the same time, your luck can vary as, of course, buying stuff from people. Sometimes at the right time you can get good deals, but I didn't really get a really insane deal on this. However, in terms of what we're looking for the sockets for this, because it's going to be a little bit different, we're going to go ahead and run Flicker Strike because that's the point of the build. I like to have close combat. It grants us extra attack speed and cast speed to travel skills that are not supported by close combat. And then we, of course, since this is Impale, we have to have Impale. We also want melee splash and multi-strike. So melee splash damage, self-explanatory. Multi-strike will let us hit 2 additional times, but we deal less damage. Now that's totally fine because what we're going to be able to do is get those stacks of Impale, because Impale just works off of any hit, of course, dealing the damage. Now it does significantly lower your damage, but at the same time it's worth it overall. Alternatively, if you don't happen to have the last one over here, to be, like, let's say close combat, you could alternatively, because you definitely need Impale and, of course, Flicker for Flicker and Impale. That wouldn't make sense. But you can also use melee physical damage. You can also have crit. So the way we're able to sustain our frenzy charges is because we gain a frenzy charge on critical strike. And if we go ahead and swap to this, you'll notice that we don't have lots of crit. Let me go ahead and actually move this away so we have some extra room to work with. And I should probably clean up this inventory really quick. But we're going to go ahead and actually use this amulet that I picked up a long time ago so I wouldn't have to pick it up. That will give us 350% crit. Now, it's up to. We technically got a 327, which is good enough. So how this works is your crit strikes don't deal extra damage, but you have 327. That 327 does not mean we hit. Like, normally in games you think 100% crit chance is like you crit every time. But in this game, that crit chance is based off of either some other modifier. It's kind of, there are some things that are exceptional that would make your weapons crit like a set number. But that's based off of 8.6. So to get the correct number, I'm pretty sure this is right. I'm pretty bad at math though. But we would take the, I'm going to bust out my calculator. So we take the, 327 and then multiply that times 0. Wait, let me go back. 327, yeah, 327. We multiply that times 0.08, and that'd be like 26% chance to crit, if that makes any sense. So that just should be about right. Yeah, ours is 8.6. It can go up to 8.75 is perfect, but anything above 8.5 gets real pricey. Sometimes people just don't even care. They just look for the DPS on the weapon, which this one will replace because I'll get a 6-link one, but the 6-link one is literally 20 times the price. And that's because these are really hard to, well, anything to get 6-linked is very hard, with the exception of very specific items. Hopefully we won't actually brick our build. Okay, good. The reason why I said that is because if we sometimes remove an item that grants us like strength, dexterity, or whatever, this grants us dexterity int, while this one granted us strength for maybe like a gem requirement. But anyways, now let's go ahead and see if this will actually be sustainable, as we of course need to be able to utilize it the whole time. So we don't need the other skill here. I can go ahead and throw down, I'm never going to use my banner skill. I'll just go ahead and throw this here because it's probably going to die over and over. So we'll go and talk to everyone in the town real quick.
Go with courage.
And continue our progress. But now it's going to be so much faster if the build is actually efficient. But you can see how this build works now. Oh, it feels so much better. But we're gonna have to level up our gems to be a little bit more efficient. And I'm just gonna warn you, some people don't like this build because it's too fast. Like, they can't handle it. I get it. You might like a slower build. I could recommend Scorching Ray Kappa if you want to go to sleep, but I love this build. It is so good. And we're not even close to full power. It's going to get a lot more wild. Once we scale, of course, close combat's really low level right now. We're still missing a gem slot. Oh, it's just so awesome. But it's not super efficient yet. Super efficient is literally warping from one side of the map to the other side because you need to be one-hitting everything. However, the Impale, it takes kind of some time, but what that does allow us to do, and also one thing I want to mention, it's still good to have the, instead of multi-strike on bosses, or splash over here because that's like useless. Actually, instead of splash, you can still use multi-strike. Instead of splash, you can throw on lots of different things. Now, unfortunately, we don't do extra damage with our crit right now. That will change later, but for right now, to sustain the flickers, we're gonna have to do it this way. Sometimes you'll get rubber banding with this build. That's part of it, especially at the beginning of the league. But let's see, we're kind of in the center of this over here. We can talk. Hello, Aggro, though. How you doing? Level that up a little bit more. I'm curious to see how these heists will go with this skill, as we're just going to be teleporting like right in, you know? No control. And at this point, I don't really care about the essences. There are essences that are worth a lot of money, but more than likely we wouldn't really see them here. Because they're just too low with the level of the zone. What is it, 51? Okay. I feel like I'm using this thing a little too much. The golem. Did we finish our quest? Oh, okay. Just to find another way around. Talking to her. Yeah, the Impale just takes a little bit to kick in. That's how I'm feeling about it right now. But remember, we don't even have a 100% chance to Impale. Oh, like I said, this build will rubber band. Unfortunately, within the first like week, or it depends how popular the league is. If the league like no one really likes, then the servers just won't have that much to handle, and it'll be a-okay. The build is coming together quite nice. Now, if you went Inquisitor like we originally did, you can also do this. But just keep in mind you don't really want to scale physical or go Impale. You would want to go ahead and have added elemental damage and added fire damage. Or extra bonus like elemental damage. As that will scale much better. Now, interesting enough, when you crit with fire, you'll actually ignite the enemy on fire, which is how you'll use this other item called Oros. But hello, Budget. I'm a full-time YouTube Twitch. I just kind of do what I want to. Oh, I probably should also explain the Diamond Flask, as this is kind of important. So with the Diamond Flasks, our critical strike chance is lucky, which means that it will roll twice. I should be actually popping that. I actually didn't pop any of my flasks. But yeah, that'll make it way more consistent. And I believe there's another trial here at the Felshire Ruins, so we'll find the entrance over here. But yeah, this build is just, it's so awesome for a lot of stuff. But a lot of stuff just can't be done. Like, on some bosses, I'll have to actually maybe swap to another skill. Yeah, there's a travel tendency here. So we will definitely do this, as we just need one more, and we will do the second tier of the trial. I'm gonna swap this to this because I'm just activating it accidentally. I'm just so used to using the steel. You think about diving back into POE? Now's a good time, dude. The league just started. But yeah, I'll definitely answer any questions that I can. I mean, I only know. I don't think any one person knows every single thing with POE, but I'll help you out if I can. We completed a prophecy. Oh, remember those silver coins where you can get a quest? when we complete a prophecy, we just complete one. Sometimes the reward will be like meh, like that one just didn't happen to drop anything. I'm gonna hit the lever. Probably have 2 healing pots. Probably should drop the movement one. Okay, that's the second one. And we are good. And then I don't think we need anything else from here. At least not right now. So we'll go ahead and go back to town. I used to play totem build. I would like to play it again. Is it still viable? Here's the thing with Path of Exile. Almost everything is viable. The real question is either how patient are you, or how willing are you to put the time into it. Like I do mean almost everything is viable. There's a guy that I watch that makes really, really, really stupid builds. There's a lot of people that actually follow that do those kinds of things. They make stupid builds that like they're not really like workable. Oh, well, it's a good thing we were perfectly fine. Like I said, the servers in the first like week they're pretty bad. When there's a new league, this one hasn't been too bad. Legion was terrible, but I mean I was playing Flicker, and the problem is when you Flicker and you get the Herald Bash and then get all the explosions on like hundreds of things on the screen, you just get kicked out of the game. It feels bad, but like it's just because the game cannot actually handle it. But yeah, you can definitely play totems. You can play whatever you want. I can't think of any like there are like really dumb things that people come up with, but most of those people are just like intentionally doing something dumb in the game. Did I get that waypoint? I did get the waypoint.
There'll be time for that soon enough.
No skill tree run. No, I don't think I'd ever do a no skill run in this game. That seems like a terrible idea. But apparently we need to kill someone over here. There's like 0 enemies though. What the heck? Oh, we actually opened up the door to the next area. Oh, it's fine. I found it really fast anyways. Poacher smart. Oh, that's right. We use that for bosses. Ooh, level up. Container of Sin. So one thing I do want to check out actually really quick is our chance to impale with Flicker. So I can just go ahead and click on it, impale. Oh wait, we're at 100%? Oh, shoot. Really? With basic attacks too? Oh wait, no. Oh, this gives us plus what, 40 something? So our base is 60 and then this is plus 40. Okay, because eventually I need to drop these gloves. These gloves are not going to be useful. And besides, all the things that I'm going to get with impale scale anyways. Like they give me extra damage, and I do want extra damage right now at this point. Oh, we have the good node. Impale, oh, perfect. 15% puts us at, we need to be at 119% to be exact. So our chance right here is 119. Hey, dude, we are good. I can drop these gloves for something that just gives us a stat stick, which is usually referred to as something that gives you life and resistances in Path of Exiles. Or it can give us crit, that also works. There's a really cool pair of gloves called Maligra's Virtuosity, and they will make it so we have 50% chance to crit. Well, it's 50%, but remember 50% is based off of the 8.6, I think is what we rolled. Oh, this sword isn't even max quality. Wow. I'm going to max out this quality because we will be using this up for at least 20 plus levels, so it's fine to invest a little into this one. Did I kill the thing already? Okay, we haven't killed him yet. Sometimes with this build, you're going so fast, you don't even see what you're killing, so. Did I just not see him? Wait, is he here? Okay, I guess I already killed him. We need to go back this way, so we'll just go ahead and just TP back. Do you have any tips to rush level that can help you quickly get towards the end game content? I mean, it depends on the build that you're playing. Totem, I mean, you throw a totem and you try to walk forward a little bit. I don't really do speed runs. I'll type in the username that you would want to search for speed runs, but I just personally haven't done speed runs, so I'm sorry I couldn't give you like suggestions on that. But ideally, like anything that can give you movement speed in the very beginning, like Karuri Ward, you can get Wanderlust. I would say the key is like just going as much damage as possible until you start dying too many times. For the most part. If you kind of know what you're doing, you can do that. But like if you have no idea what you're doing, because respecking isn't necessarily free. I like how we're still entering the Chamber of Sins. We're still entering the Chamber of Sins. Okay, there it goes. 3rd or 4th time's a charm. Oh, this is a new mechanic that I haven't gone over. I'll go over it later when it's more like gonna be rewarding, so to speak. Because right now our goal is to finish the campaign as quickly as possible. Oh, look at these skills. Oh gosh, it's awesome. Okay, so we get this as an item. We put it in here. We hit activate. This is basically how we do endgame content. They're called maps. The maps will have modifiers. Actually, I need to actually grab the waypoint just in case the server like bugs out. But yeah, there's a guy that goes by the name of Tag Killer. He's very fast. But if you have a group, you can do this pretty fast. So I'd say like a really good group, maybe 3 to 4 hours to do the whole campaign. On average, I'd say like it's 10 hours for people that are doing it like, yeah, maybe you've played it before. But like I'd say 7 or 8 to get to like finishing the entire game. But it depends on what build you're playing too. Some builds are faster than others. Yeah, I think this build is going to be really good. I mean, it's already doing pretty much what I like to do. It's just, it's not one-shotting. And it's specifically so much better when it one-shots. Because you just fly across the map. As there's just simply no other targets. But the boss DPS is what Flicker Strike usually suffers from. So I'm hoping with Impale, it will help out. So usually how maps work is there's modifiers. This one doesn't have anything, but you fight a boss at the very end. And that's basically how these work. Although see, with Flicker, if I don't crit, I'm stuck. I have to wait for the cooldown, which is bad. Damage is good.
Can't do this just yet.
Sometimes people have like an alternate skill that they'll swap to, but it's fine right now. There we go. Now we get the Black Venom. I don't know which one we just got. Okay, we already had that one. We're stationary, flash charge, and that's the fire one. Okay. Talk to Sin. And then we'll get the reward. That's 10. Hello, Riv. How you doing? Nice fit. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Now we can get this key. I'm going to access the den. I guess we can go get a reward after. Oh. Another boss to go ahead and obtain after we go to the bottom. This opens up the key. The key opens up this area. Oh, nice. I want to try some of these, like, heists on it, because, like, I feel like it'd be so, this is going to be a build that might be unrunnable for this, as I have no control over the character, where they go. I can mouse over and try, but, like, it's just so fast that it's just going to auto-target something. Because I hold it down. I mean, if I just pushed it once, I could target things. But who wants to do that when you're attacking? How many attacks per second is this? 5.24 attacks per second. Like, it's just simply way too fast. That's for hideout. But now with that going from like 80% impale to 100 was a huge difference. At least it feels like it's different. I don't know. Oh my gosh, we're so fast. Starts with a leap. Oh, we actually do gotta go this way. But wait till we get even more attack speed. That way our leap slam will be even faster. I think Lab Beast can certainly be a good rogue pickup. It could be. It's pretty cheap too. Oh, run into the situation. Maybe I'll just give the server a second. So what I'm gonna do is click on it, and then once it says failed, then I'll click on it again. Versus like click to make the server go crazy. What's nice now is our golem buddy isn't dying. The reason why he's not dying is because we're killing everything so fast. To the point where like nothing can survive on the screen for more than like a second. Oh, something dropped over there. Oh, it's a 4-link. That's what that sound is. Because of my loop filter. Great white bones. I think that's it, right? Oh, we gotta go further. Okay. Is it 53? Okay, I'll open it. Oh, you know what we need to do? I haven't showed off this mechanic yet. So you remember how there was the armor scrap that would increase like the armor or evasion of an item? Well, there is a blacksmith's whetstone will actually increase the damage of the weapon. So this one this is like the armors and the other one are like the ones that you can actually increase the quality of, or actually I think most things you can increase the quality of while it's equipped. A lot of other things won't let you do this. So we go ahead and boost it up a little bit more. It's like 5 damage, but the thing is when you start scaling in like the plus like 500% physical damage, that 1 damage is going to start adding up a lot more. Have I been playing POE since the start of my stream? No, we played Fortnite as well. That's usually what I've been playing these past couple days is Path of Exile, Fortnite. I did also play Call of Duty, but I kind of got burnt out with that game. I think a lot of people felt the same. It's just, everyone keeps on saying skill-based matchmaking, it's ruining the game, skill-based, skill-based, skill-based. But I really think that it's just that the skill gap isn't high enough in that game. And that's the real reason why everyone feels like it's skill-based matchmaking. But we just got a 6-socketed item. Not linked, but socketed. Any 6-socketed item can be redeemed for some Jeweler's Orbs, which is basically 1 Chaos Orb, which is like the gold standard for like getting like 1 little unique in the game, or 1 little item. So it's interesting enough here, like if we paid attention to the story, Groost over here, he was kind of our guy. He was kind of anti-exile. He kind of spit at us too, but he's now, I guess, leader of fighting a cult arena. He's got this giant little like totem with people's heads on it. Pretty hardcore. Here's Groot though. Let's see how long he lasts. See if I can notice the impales stacking up. I don't know. Couldn't really tell. They might have scaled this up quite higher. So we have another scale point. Let's go ahead and put in impale. So we can always get some more health if I need it. I definitely will get this jewel slot in a very short amount of time, but also wouldn't mind getting this overwhelm, which is physical. Pen. I think there's another impale, isn't there? Because as I need to max out on impale for damage more, because the thing with impale is this chance to impale. Okay, this is more chance to impale, which I'm already over 100%, which means I can maybe drop the banner. I think there's another impale thing right here. I already have like the chance to my impale is just through the roof, but the thing is that I get 10 more physical damage. I guess I can skip out on this one. That doesn't really matter. Impale effect. Impale effect is what we want. Yes. And that gives another 15% chance. I wonder if, like, yes, I have so much chance to impale, like, but the thing is that let's see, impale effect. Yeah, I need to get as much impale effect as possible, and there probably is going to be some overlapping. What else would we get? Reduce physical damage over time while moving. What do we have currently? Reduce fire damage taken while moving. Physical damage is kind of what I would prefer to have, and also that the chance to avoid bleed is kind of nice. I think we gotta go back to town now. But what's nice with flickers is I can still kind of get some XP. I can go backwards this way and kill things on the way. Sometimes it'll just teleport you right over into it because it's just finding the next target, which is awesome. Oh yeah, I could see the chunks starting up. Something's taking a lot of damage, or we're rubber banding. So one thing that you can do with flicker is type in /OOS. Oh, I don't have my... I have a mini keyboard now, so I can't just hit up and enter. Well, normally you can do that, so you can type it in like again. Hey, there's Flame Wall, that's a new skill. I tried that one out. But yeah, we'll end up trying out all the new skills later. Alright, so now we're gonna go back town, talk to everyone, and then
keep your wits about.
Pass it.
What?
Okay, nice.
Be well. Go with courage.
See, this is one of the rewards that I'll take. Usually I don't take rewards.
Keep your life to
I
your
don't really
own.
care about them. But that one gives us a chromatic orb, so I'll take that
Go
one.
with courage.
A lot of extra stuff here. Alright, let's go ahead and grab that passive point. And like I said, I just kind of want to scale it Impale as quickly as possible. As we're playing software, we can get life nodes if we're desperate later. How much armor does that give us? Is it 20 armor? 50 armor? That's actually not bad. I might grab that. Was it 50 armor and 16 fizz? Because I plan to get most of these life nodes anyways. We can go up here and we can get maybe something else if I want it. Alright, so now we're going to go and place the in memory of Groose.
I can't do this just yet.
It's a really fast quest. I'm like, let's go ahead and do it. Place the necklace here. And that's it. Easy. Find a silver locket. Mother of spiders. Okay. This one is it. Now we are just zooming through content. That's the way I like to play Path of Exile. I'm just deleting the entire game fast. Because I've seen a lot of people have like fast builds, but the thing is they have to like move and attack and then move and attack. This one just kind of moves the whole time, which is what I really like. I think we're probably DC for the servers. We can actually try, since this one's on the California server, we can try moving to, let's say, Texas or somewhere in the middle here. Because I think we DC. That's my guess. And it happens. Okay, I think go ahead and just turn it off and reopen it up. Turn it off and turn it back on. And then we'll select a different server when we log in. This is actually an important thing. Some servers are down sometimes. It could be just too many people on them or whatever the case may be. But if you click on one of the things over here, it'll tell you the ping of the different servers. And right now Texas is the next one up over here, unless Path of Exile is down. Okay. So we'll have a little bit more ping, which sucks. But at the end of the day, as long as we get to actually play the game, that's what matters more. Alright. Save the game state over here. Some builds, like Flicker Strike specifically, when you need to jump out, it does suck with higher ping, but I can manage. You'll probably see a little bit of rubber banding here and there, but like, as long as we can actually go through, that's all that matters. Oh, okay, we're good. definitely see like the damage ramping up quite fast on the elites. So when you see it do too much of that, too much teleporting and not enough hitting, that could be two things. It could be lag or it could be accuracy. Because accuracy is your chance to hit. But technically, if you're not hitting them, you would run out of the frenzy charge, so most of the time it's just lag. Get this crafting recipe over here. I honestly very rarely craft my own things. I just buy them, but we'll like kind of zip into it. Crafting can be very time consuming and yield sometimes no results and a waste of all your money. Like all your currency, it will just be invested into an item and it breaks. Or you get something you don't want on it and to like basically have like a save state and re-roll like at that point. Like there's items that kind of do that. Or remove certain things, it just costs a lot of money. We're looking for the mother of all spiders. Play a different game, you crazy. Pathofexile just came out. I'm gonna play this. I'm enjoying myself with this game. I know I stream lots of games, so it's kind of hard sometimes when people just want to see one game, but right now this is what I'm in the mood to play. And I don't stream for revenue. It's not my job. For me, I stream because I enjoy it. It's fun. And also, if something crazy happens, it's always good to share. Alright, we'll do that mechanic later. Oh yeah, I'm retired, yeah, definitely Kappa. I think it might be more towards the center. Yeah, our sustain is good now. Woo! Yeah, if I don't one-shot the elites, like the blues or the yellows, that's totally fine. The magic or the rare enemies. Have I been approached by sponsors? There's always sponsors, but a lot of times it's just not a good deal. Whether it's the money or it's like the product or something that I just don't align with. Sometimes I'm lazy too, honestly. Like it is work at the end of the day. Whereas like I could just make a regular video. Like a regular video sometimes can generate way more money. And also sponsors hurt like your next video anyways. Well, it depends. If you make a dedicated video to something that your viewers don't like, then that can hurt your channel, like the unsub, right? But like making your regular content generally won't lead to unsubs, if that makes any sense. Alright, now we gotta go to the dreaded thicket. And we're gonna look for fireflies, I kid you not. It's kind of like one of the only quests in this game where I'm like, couldn't it have just been like, get the blood of like this animal and then spread it and it opens up the thing instead of collecting fireflies? I don't know. It would have been cooler. Alright, anyways, going back to Impale. Okay. So, because I want anything that scales with Impale, as Impale will deal more damage than our actual damage, which is really cool. Anyways, we gotta go back over here and catch fireflies. This is really not that bad of a quest. It's just the name of the quest just seems kind of I don't know, childish. Collect some fireflies when most of the game is pretty hardcore. But it's not anything to be. It's not like I don't know, like the secret pony level. The fireflies, you used to click on them and they would move, and then you'd have to click on them again. But now, like, you click on them twice. Like, you'd actually have to try to catch them. If that makes sense. Black Desert Online. I know. I keep saying I should play that game because the combat looks so cool. But I feel like I'm not sure how the loot is in the game. I don't know like the drop rates, but it's one of those grinder games. Like, you gotta put a lot of time into it. I guess I'll say with POE. Ooh, nice close combat, getting stronger. And go back to Yugioh with all the little fireflies in our inventory.
Goodbye. Journey well.
I can take something, but I don't
Go
really
with
want any of
courage.
these. And then now we go back over here to where the lady was like, get some fireflies. Ooh, please don't. Oh, glad we didn't lag out.
Fireflies. So bright and juicy.
And then she sets herself on fire and turns herself into a wolf and opens up the Temple of Decay, where we're gonna find the big spider. I guess Act 7's kind of short. Super fast.
Sounds good. Does it work?
About to level up again. That's so fast. What level is this here? 55? Okay. Still good. But yeah, we're not even critting right now. Can't imagine this thing, because when we get Abyssius, we're going to have a massive extra set of damage. We're also going to be taking a lot more damage, but it's worth a trade-off for me. So helmet currently is what? 10 to 20? The Abyssius is 40 to 60, I believe, damage. So a huge damage number change. And then on top of that, we have 125% crit strike multiplier. This is massive. But in return, we take a lot more physical damage. Oops. I just wanted that crafting thing to go away. I don't think you can make it go away. It has to time itself out. Close combat's not enough fast. Still Poacher's Mark too. Let's go put in that skill point. Which, yeah, it was Impale. I don't think we need the Impale chance anymore. Like, we just need the Impale effects. So, yeah, we'll get that. And this is... Oh, this one gives us 5% extra attack speed, extra physical damage. Impale damage dealt to your overwhelms, which is, like, penetrating it. And then we also have 15% more chance to Impale. But I need to get all those little 5% ones, because they start stacking up real good. But I think this top deck, I would say dinosaurs right now are really strong. Dinosaurs for sure.
I can't do this just yet.
So how this boss mechanic works is there's a bunch of lasers is the best way to kind of put it. It also gives you a gift. See, with Flicker, you have no control where you go, so... In this instance, it was totally fine. He thinks he can control the spider, but the spider just goes up and grabs him. I think it's really cool. No flash charges, but it's alright. The damage is actually pretty good. He actually is relatively tanky. And I know it took us a while, but...
Death is the true climax of perverted lust.
I don't think you have to actually talk to him, but we do happen to have him. So he gives you reduced damage taken from damage over time. I'm going to swap that instead of making like if you've been stunned recently, because I'm just going to... I'm pretty sure we get to be immune to stun, right? Is it if we take this one? Yes. Unstoppable here is going to make it so we can't be stunned anyways. Because if we can't be stunned if we have Fortify. And we're always going to have Fortify. Well, if we path that way. Either way, I'm getting the one that grants us extra attack speed, right? Because it's extra attack speed and extra damage as long as we have Fortify. And every time we jump, we'll have Fortify for a few seconds. I think it's 5 seconds, right? 5 seconds Fortify. It's probably like 6 seconds, but it starts off at 5, if that makes any sense. But is this next act? I think we're getting in. Oh, we're already into Act 8. That was a really fast Act 7. But we'll get into the next act though, for like for sake of like thoroughness in our playthrough. Woo! Another silver coin. Grab that. Boom, boom. I'm glad that the Texas servers are still good. Sometimes when the California servers are bad, everyone goes to Texas, and the Texas servers become bad. And then we go to have to somewhere else. Sometimes Canada, whatever has the best ping at the time, or whatever one is just working. But yeah, you still have all your characters, like stats and stuff. I think it's in Diablo where EU is like completely different. And here we are, the Sarn encampment, aka Act 3. But now you can see the water has been poisoned. The toxic sewer is overrun. Now, it's cool to see like what happens to the towns as you come back to them. And you can see like who's missing. Remember Gregor was over here. And now she's got her lover.
See you.
And anyways, yeah, this is actually pretty short. I think I spent most of the time of this part of our playthrough explaining, like, you know, the very beginning, this build for the new sword. But anyways, that's going to be the end of Act 7 and Part 7 of our playthrough. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this one. It was kind of short, but that's what it is. We're just too fast. Like, we cut, like, I'd say on average, they want most of the acts to be about an hour long. depending on like if you go, obviously the very beginning you're slower because you don't have movement speed and stuff like that, but like we just breezed through that one like 3/4 of the time. But anyways, thanks for tuning, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one, part 8, where we will be fighting a pretty interesting boss at the end of this one. Anyways, I'll catch you next one. Peace.